Good morning. Just out on another hike today. Still up in the Wollamai National Park area, and it's a very misty morning. We've had a lot of rain lately, big storms coming through last night, and likely today as well, so I'm probably going to be getting pretty wet, but if I'm lucky I should dodge most of it. So I'm just going to explore an area just between Bell and Dargan, which is not far from Lithgow, and there's Dargan's Arch and a nice big crater to have a look at, so I'll go and check that out. So hopefully it's a good day, and hopefully it's not too wet. Just got the first little bits of rain now, so I may be getting wet. It's all part of the adventure though. It's actually quite a nice day to be doing this walk because it's quite cool and misty, whereas it's the middle of summer here, so I suppose you could quite easily get a really hot day, which would make it a bit less pleasant. Australian bush cockroach. It looks really cool with all the mist. On a clear day, this is probably a really good view. It's pretty fogged in today. Well, that was fun. Hope this is the right way. Oh my goodness. So just crossed the Wollongambie River down the bottom there over the tree, or a couple of trees, and then a bit of a steep incline up this hill, and it just started to rain, so I'm just sort of sheltering under a little ledge just to catch my breath, and hopefully let the rain pass for a little bit. Oh, it was a lot more off track than I was expecting. I thought it was more of a trail, but it's yeah, it's a good walk so far. The weather really sets the scene. The rain radar weather map doesn't look very encouraging though. So that's the hill I came down, and just at the junction there are those two trees that I used to cross the river. It's pretty rugged countryside. This will be like climbing up a waterfall when I come back, I think. Well, at least this is a little bit more sheltered down here. I was getting a bit nervous up on the ridge. There's lots of thunder and lightning coming, so good to kind of get off the ridge line. That's spectacular down here. This is pretty spectacular. Looks like a setting for a movie or something. It's just pretty awesome. What's a good plan B if the weather closes in and I need to come back somewhere to get out of the rain? This looks great. Okay, so the track goes up there. And it's just started to rain heavily, and I know there's a big storm cell coming through in about an hour, so I might stop here and have lunch, see what's happening, and then I might consider whether I get further on, which would be disappointing because where I want to get to is just probably about 100 metres past this point. But if this turns into a waterfall, that might be a bit challenging to come down without breaking my leg. Basing myself here for a little bit while the weather passes. Hopefully it doesn't get too bad. Well, that was a great lunch. It was a bit of rain. It wasn't the big storm coming through that I was expecting, so either it's not coming or it's going to hit me in a minute. So I'll push on and see how much further I can get. Yeah, but what an amazing spot. That is epic. That should be interesting. Okay, it was pretty tricky to get up. I think it's going to be even trickier to get down. Well, that was fun to climb up. Not quite what I was expecting on this trip. Wow. How cool is this place? It's got such a great vibe. It's sort of really ancient and has a real, I don't know, a bit like a movie set kind of feel to it. It's so epic. It's sort of got these massive sort of pagoda type cliffs and this big swampy area. It's just, and the rainy, misty weather kind of really sets it off too. I think it's probably, it was not a great day for hiking. It was a perfect day for this hike. It's just, yeah, really good. Well, I've made it as far as I'm going to come today. This is what I was aiming for, so it's, oh, what a fantastic place. This was really nice to just have the whole place to myself because it was a bit wet for other people to be out. Yeah, this was a really good walk. It was a bit more off track than I thought getting here, so crossing those creeks and scrambling down, but it was really good. Right back here. This should be fun. Made it without breaking my leg, which is very good. This last little bit's quite steep, so it's quite tricky. So I'm backing out the big overhang. This is the ridge I was on when there was big claps of thunder and lightning. Really wanted to get off here in a hurry. Rain seems to have just settled in now, so it's just constant rain now, so no more storms by the sounds of things. Okay, so I'm just back at the section where we dropped down to the, I think it's the Wollongambie River just down here. So, yeah, the rain has held off a little bit, which is good. I'm just hoping that the river hasn't come up too much, because that could make for an interesting day. That was challenging. Okay. Okay, so this is the creek crossing. We'll just actually come across this one, and then there's another log just down that way. Okay, safely on the other side. I didn't record that because that would have just guaranteed that I would have fallen in. Well, I got across the other side and both my gaiters had come loose, so they were kind of, I could have quite easily slipped on them, so make sure you check your gaiters. I hate wearing gaiters, they're the worst thing. This is log number 2. I'll take the low road. Whoa, whoa. Ugh. Almost lost it at the end. Alrighty. Well, I think that's the last of the tricky bits of this walk. So hopefully it should be easier going. It's going to climb up this ridge and then it's along the trail back to the car. Weather's cleared quite a bit from this morning. Really loving these rock formations. That's really cool. Yeah, weather's held off for a little bit now, which has been good on the walk out. Had a little bit of rain here and there, but it's mostly just been sprinkling, so that's been good. I wasn't looking forward to walking through any big storms. Yeah, so the storm's kind of really, I don't know, it didn't amount to much, which was really good. I had a look at the weather radar and it looked like there was a massive storm coming through, but it must have been just north of here. So I must have just dodged that one, which was good. GPS has been great for finding this track. It kind of disappears every so often. You just kind of follow the track on the GPS to get you back on track. Eventually you find it. Well, I've made it back to the road. That was a fantastic walk. It was great doing it in the rain. It was quite interesting, I think, in having that misty atmosphere in that kind of ancient, sort of really surreal kind of place. It was fantastic. So I really had a great time. So yeah, so I'm almost back at the car. Thanks for joining me on this trip. I'll see you guys in the next adventure. Thanks, bye.